Now, who gets to watch this?
Anybody that wants to.
Oh boy.
So watch what you say because our mics are live.
Hmm.
Intimidate much?
Good. Now I like to be on camera. Mr. DeMille. Mr. DeMille.
We have the view over my shoulder. How's the view?
That's good.
Really?
That's great because it's like right on me.
Right on you.
But I move in a different cadence.
Yes, you
Like
move.
I'm underwater.
It's because of the delay, because this is traveling at the speed of light, bouncing out to a satellite and coming back, and then being processed and then resent out.
Oh, so
So
like
you're in
some
a time warp.
alien spore bombarding
Very
Earth.
much like that. Very, very much like that. Whoa. And it's time for another song. Fred Tepper.
Singing?
Why, yes. And unfortunately, that's one thing. The program material is not going out over. The only thing that's going out over this is our what we say here in studio.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that, like when
Well, if they were hearing what we're hearing music-wise,
the only thing they're
could
hearing.
lip sync.
Here, go ahead, lip sync. But you have to do it in time.
I don't know the song. That might help.
That's all right. He doesn't either. Just kidding. Just kidding, Fred.
Yeah, Fred. Happy birthday, Fred.
It was Fred's birthday.
From last week or something.
Last week it was. Well, can you be our hostess and let him in?
Yeah.
When he finally decides to show up.
Oh, when he does it, I thought you saw something I didn't.
I don't see anything.
Slinking past the window. There's how all those guys from that local era, like Ricky Ford and Joshua, they all tried to sound like Bob Bergerac when they sang from Bryn.
You think?
Yeah, listen to that.
You think Fred's trying to sound like that?
Oh yeah, had that Western. They all wanted to be Poco, and then.
Interesting. I never viewed that way before. Now, this moment, today.
Doesn't he have an accent that he doesn't have when he's not singing?
Yes. We used to call him West Tepper.
Yeah. They want to sound dusty.
Dusty.
That's what my daughter says.
I think that's one of his names.
That I watch a lot of dusty movies.
What does that mean?
Dig the old westerns.
Yeah, most of those were made in Italy.
Well, the Italian ones were.
Spaghetti westerns.
Yeah.
I had a really cool weekend, except for John Fahey's funeral.
Yeah. Yeah, that's now they knew he'd been sick for a while. That wasn't like a shocker, was it?
Well, yeah, it kind of was. He, as I understand it, he had some heart issues like 15 years ago.
Right.
And had progressively worsening condition. And he was like going to a physical therapy. His condition was going downhill, but they were trying to forestall the inevitable. And while he was there at the hospital doing his workout, and he like collapsed. They took him into ICU, and they called Rob and said, "Better get over here right away."
Wow.
His heart just gave out.
So much for the theory of physical therapy, huh?
So I'll never go again.
Yeah, they give you a stress test and you die. Well, he failed. You know.
I know, right? Last time I went, they gave me a chemical stress test, which was really weird.
See how many drugs you can take.
They give you drugs, and you're like, yeah, like, but I'm sitting perfectly still, and I feel like I'm just run 10 miles. I don't know why this is in the playlist. It's a 50-second snippet of Legend from 40 years ago.
Featuring
Put the evidence
Mr.
in
Thomas
the car.
Carson.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to work with this one band a couple years ago. They, whenever we were doing set up and tear down, constantly quoting movies. Mostly it was Smokey and the Bandit. The first one, we just, just different ones, whichever one we could think of. We'd always try to think of something different from the movie that nobody had done before.
Smokey and the Bandit, really?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah. Most of them were Jackie Gleason quotes, but
Nice. Eat it. Rob Fahey on guitar.
Due, I'm sure, to the influence of Rosie Wampler.
Possibly.
They were dating back then.
That's right. That's right.
That's how I met Rob.
What, through Rosie? Really? Cool. They asked me to mix and master their next record.
Really?
Yeah. I'm really excited.
Now, who is they?
Harlan.
Oh, okay.
I love Edie.
Band sounds good.
Yeah. We're going to be announcing in a few minutes when we go on the air that we are going to be doing this live presentation of an actual fly on the wall in studio for our show tonight. This is September 22nd, 2015. Our guest is going to be, when he shows up, Bob Bartram from the Luther Villains as part of our Standstock 2015 extravaganza special, and we're just waiting to go on the air. Now, just so you know, when we're playing music, which won't be all that much tonight, there will not be, you won't hear anything except what's going on in studios, hence the fly on the wall talk. In fact, you've probably heard us saying a lot of private and confidential things in the last couple of minutes if you've been tuned in. This is available on YouTube. It'll be posted right after the show, automatically. So sit back and enjoy, or else.
So who heard that? Everyone who
Anybody that's listening. And right now we have no viewers.
Okay.
However, it will show up on the YouTube when it posts.
And no one in the chat room?
no, we have one person in the chat room.
Well, would they not hear that?
No. Unless the only people that would hear that would have been people if they're actually viewing.
What people are hearing in the chat room or on live is this.
Yeah.
try to get one more in for the show. I don't need one, right? I don't need one, right?
I would have tried too if I still smoked.
You got 2 minutes.
That would have been enough. I'd have just gone out there and smoked as much of it as I could.
2 minutes is not enough.
Smoke as much as you can, and then just toss it.
Can't seem to raise the tank.
It's in the garage again.
Oh, maybe I did. Can you call up on a different tab the Ronnie bus?
On YouTube?
YouTube, yeah. No, just okay. It's an easier way to get to that. Just click. No. Well, you were there.
Oh, duh.
Now just see where those 9 dots are.
Oh, yeah.
Use the mouse. People do YouTube.
I thought I was on YouTube when you're done with this.
You have to go to subscriptions. Just scroll down. And my wife's shopping blues all the way down to the Ronnie bus. We just need to load up the wife's gone shopping blues.
Right here.
Yeah. Just click on it and then pause it. Now you go back to the other. So now we keep up.
All right.
We're gonna be just fine.
Just like Clockwork, right?
TikTok.
Clockwork Orange.
Yes. Little Alex.
Food all right. Try the wine. We're just going to have to wing it to begin with.
Flapping away
You know, that's how we roll.
into the dark night sky.
Into the dark night sky. No, we are waiting for our guest to arrive. I think he's gotten waylaid in traffic. Yes, he is on his way. I got a text from him.
Well, texting is the easiest way to make an excuse instantaneously that may or may not have any credence.
What are you saying?
I'm saying it's become a tool of the wicked, or at least the tardy.
The tardy. Well, no, it's forgivable. It's entirely forgivable.
Sure.
But in the meanwhile, we will press on with our show. And I'll say, greetings yet once again, folks, from our humble little, yet still curiously icy chill Pico Studios, located in the penthouse way high atop the Twin Golden Eggs, just off the Beltway, near the brackish waters. You got nothing to say tonight?
I was purposely doing that.
I know. I'm You're
purposely being silent.
conspicuous by your absence.
Yeah, Brack.
Thanks.
Those eggs were really pumping it out tonight. I'm telling you, it was the worst stench in a long time.
I'm glad the wind's blowing in the other direction. I know.
No, I went through there. I thought I was going to pass out.
I caught that last night.
It smelled fresh and wet.
You can tell fall is in the air.
Yeah.
Anyway, our estuary is affectionately known as Back River,
Brack River.
which meanders as there you
To
are.
those
You're
who
back.
know,
You're back now. You're brack now.
Brack.
You're kind of brackish after passing through that green cloud.
Brack.
Our guest has arrived.
Should I let Brack in?
You can let our brackish guest in, which that's probably what hung him up.
Yeah, he passed out.
Which meanders its way to our beloved Chesapeake Bay in the perennial land of pleasant living. This is episode number 165, and he says from a distance of he's letting our guest in to the studio of the Real Time Music Network live Tuesday night internet radio call-in show. And this is a call-in show. Let me switch screens here and let you all know that our phone lines are indeed open. We do encourage our callers to call in. This is, after all, a call-in show. 443-216-9975.
Don't you mean Niner?
No. And you know why? Okay, I have a story about that because you questioned me. You challenged me on that last week.
Well, it was a question.
Okay, you know why they say Niner.
So it won't be confused with Steiner.
With 5.
5 and 9 sound a lot alike.
They do. And when you're talking about old military radios, when you hear it sound like people are talking through a kazoo,
Yeah.
they had to find some way to distinguish, especially if you're calling in vectors for a mortar attack or something.
Alpha Zebra. Niner.
Niner. Okay. Right. But anyway, we're digressing again. 443-216-9975 is the number. This is episode 165. Come on in, Bob.
165.
Of the
And
Real
our
Time.
guest.
Oh, by the way, we're on the TV tonight, too.
Uh-oh. Oh,
In
man, I
case-
wore my radio clothes.
He didn't
Oh,
tell
right.
me either. I would have dressed.
I thought you were, after that cute little black number you wore last week, I thought you were going to be dressing up for the studio.
I forgot.
I was going to be doing my pajamas tonight.
Yeah. The silk.
Of course.
Chinese.
How you doing, my friend?
I am doing very well, Lee. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
I'm glad I didn't bring my bass. It wouldn't have fit in here.
I told you.
Yeah, I know.
We've got a couple in the corner.
Oh, yeah,
couple in
and
the
they're
corner.
left-handed too, aren't they?
Probably.
Oh,
But strangely upside down the wrong way.
Well, we are in studio here with your always kindly co-host, Steptoe T. Magnificent,
Always kindly.
sometimes kindly.
Sometimes kindly.
We're also having studio with us Mr. Jeff Oliver. Sorry.
Hard name to pronounce.
Sorry, mister.
Like
you
Olivier, but Oliver.
Who has, much to his regret, agreed to step in and man the chat room, which is incidentally open, by the way. It's on rt-music.net. You can chat as a guest or sign up to be identified, or just chat unidentifiedly as a guest.
Or come in disguise.
If you don't feel like calling in, you have a question for our guest. Bob Bartram is here in studio with us.
how's
Just
everybody?
arrived. Did you hit that green cloud coming down the
Yeah,
road?
I did. I made a couple wrong turns too. I guess because I'm a truck driver. I know where I'm going all the time.
This is the third in our series of extravaganza showcase episodes, ramping up to this year's Standstock 2015, the third annual gathering of what we lovingly call Maryland's ultimate musical family reunion. It's going to be held October 16th and 17th this year, returning to McAvoy's of Parkville. 2 days, Friday and Saturday, 2 stages.
Inside and outside.
Outdoors and not so outdoors. Over 25 bands, over 100 musicians, dozens and dozens of loving volunteers, all gathering together to do some fundraising for some very worthy causes. The Nicole Van Horn Foundation, which is involved with dealing with pediatric cancer, and Catch a Lift Foundation, which is involved with veterans.
With catching lifts.
Giving lifts. And as I mentioned, we are privileged to have here in studio with us tonight for his return engagement on the Real Time Music Network, Mr. Bob Bartram from the Luther Villains. Luther Villains.
That one, I've heard it pronounced many different ways.
Really? What are some of the other ones?
Billions.
Billions is the most common.
Billions.
Yeah, and everybody seems to make that mistake, especially. Well, I'm not going to name drop, but there have been a few.
Go
No,
ahead.
come on,
Go ahead.
Name
That's
names.
why we're here.
That's all good. No,
Stir
some
the
places
pot.
with some really nice LED brand new signs, and it's lighting up the night with the wrong spelling. But it's
Nice.
it's I've kind of stopped minding that because it seems like we get a decent crowd when it's spelled wrong. So
Wow.
Have you considered
Maybe
changing the
there's
spelling?
another
then
band.
they'd probably
Then
screw it
they
up.
get it
again.
right. Screw it up and get it right. So
Yeah,
what's
that's
this? What's all this about cheeseburgers?
Oh, I don't know.
And where are the cheeseburgers, by the way?
I ate them on the way over here. I mean,
Oh,
can't you tell?
dude.
No.
Man, I'm hungry.
I don't know. It was our wonderful traffic reporter on 100.7 The Bay,
Meredith, I
Yeah.
saw them. I saw
Yeah.
those cheeseburgers.
They looked real cheesy. I wanted them.
They were very cheesy.
Yes.
They weren't only cheese. There was like meat in there, right?
I think so.
I
I mean, I couldn't tell. I, made the picture big and everything. Oh, where is the?
there's a lump of cheese in there.
Right.
We're gonna have a cheeseburger segment later on.
Okay.
In fact,
That's fine.
we encourage.
Songs about cheeseburgers.
We're talking.
Featuring
We're just gonna
cheeseburgers.
talk about cheeseburgers.
About
the ways to
living in the USA. Give me a cheeseburger.
Oh, okay. All right.
I knew where he was going with that.
Yeah, it had me a little twisted up too. Anyhow, we are
That
on.
cheeseburger will twist you up a little bit too.
Yeah.
That big lump of cheese.
We're broadcasting tonight via Google Hangouts on the air, Google Plus Hangout on the air.
All right.
You can tune in. You can be a fly on the wall and see us in our cramped little Pico areas
Or
here,
roach if you prefer.
if you insist.
No bees this week.
Yeah,
No
man, we were
bees.
attacked last week.
We are
Uh-oh.
bee free this week. We had a bee. Was that last week?
Yeah,
I
last
believe.
week.
I thought it was week before last, wasn't it? Or I thought last week was
They
the
all slide
spiders.
together
It's-
today.
it's
Oh
funny.
no, it was
Yeah,
bees
'cause,
last week.
Greg had to catch the bee up there with the thing.
And it's funny you say that because I played a gig with Leather and Lace Sunday all the way down in Fredericksburg at this beautiful wooden structure that we were underneath, and it was a giant wasp nest that once we started kicking in the music, the vibrations started to agitate them a little bit, and they were
Nice.
flying around.
Turn the
Dancing,
bottom end down.
dancing in the air.
Yeah.
This is the time of year where they start to go a little mad.
Yeah, because they know they're going to die anyway, so they're like, I'm going to
I'm
hurt
taking
you.
Being as
somebody
many
down.
humans as I possibly can.
Right.
That's it, man. So,
So life is good then.
yeah, it's good. It's good. I can't complain. Right now, I'm, got my fingers in about 3 or 4 different things, and it's,
Cool.
it's
We'll
all good.
we'll get to all of that
Awesome.
shortly. Don't you have a question to ask me, Steptoe?
How's your weekend, Lee?
Wow. Well, it was a kind of a quiet weekend here in Lake Brackish. No, I didn't do anything musical.
No.
I had a family weekend. I got my granddaughter.
Don't you have a musical family? You come from a musical family?
Yeah. No,
No, neither do I.
they're artful in other ways.
In my case, it's fairly obvious. Yours, it's wonderment.
My granddaughter Marina joined us for the weekend, and we had an amazing time in Pennsylvania.
Did you go to Dutch Wonderland?
Even better than that, the Turkey Hill experience.
That sounds like ice cream is involved.
Ice cream is involved. Iced tea is involved. You ever
Turkey
been
Hill
there?
Farms,
Yes,
right?
I have.
Did
Been
you do?
nice.
Do you do the whole 9 yards?
No, we
make
were
the
there.
ice cream and all.
We didn't get to see the whole thing. I was there with some relatives at one point. It was very
You get
nice.
to make ice cream?
They give you a pint of ice cream,
Mhm.
and they give you like all these ingredients. You create your own ice cream. I asked them for bacon flavored, but they didn't have bacon flavoring. They said you're not the first person. To
I
ask
was
for
going to
that.
say, I would think they get that all the time.
How about
now,
cheeseburger
since
flavor? Did they have
you
that?
cheeseburger.
can't escape. If you're in America, you can't escape from bacon.
Even though it was Amish country, they still didn't. They weren't so hot on the meats for the ice
Well,
cream.
they have nothing against meat.
They said they're looking into it though.
Somebody bought my son some bacon soap one year for for a birthday present, and he was all about that. So,
Truckers started following him around.
right, exactly.
But no, you get to make your own ice cream. They give you the vanilla ice cream. You put flavoring in, and you put like nuts
Stuff.
and stuff,
Mhm.
and then ribbons of things in there. And then they put them
And
in.
by that time, it's all melted, and you got
At first. Then they put it in a flash freezer. But the cool thing is, once you do all that, you go out and you can create your the container for it.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
You name your ice cream, or whatever name you
Oh, that's
want.
awesome. I gotta go up there and make some Luther Villains ice cream.
And then yes, and then afterwards you go into. They have a TV studio.
Okay.
And you do a bit.
You do a commercial, and they have teleprompters up there
man.
with the name of your ice cream in there.
Put that up on the website. That'd be awesome.
I'm waiting to get the link. I think they have to review everything
Okay.
first
I would imagine that they would get
before they cut it
weird
loose.
flavors there.
So, but that was great. And
Triple X ice
my
cream.
brother and his family also joined us too. We had a large time.
Mhm.
This is right between York and Lancaster.
Right.
In Columbia, PA. If you
Sounds
get a
like-
chance to do it, you should check it out.
Sounds like Route 30.
All the way. And then afterwards, my brother said, we got to go to this Amish smorgasbord place.
Oh man, that sounds good.
They have bacon.
Shady Maple. It's like 15 miles past Lancaster,
Okay.
further out, like Ephrata.
Ephrata, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Ephrata over the summer. Yeah.
It's like a freaking mall. It's like a mall
An
of
Amish mall.
an Amish mall of food.
Wow.
Amish Mall.
It's like the parking lot was like it's like a mall sized parking
With
lot.
a whole bunch of
Filled with
buggies.
carriages.
No, strangely enough, no. But there, I mean, it was like a mall parking lot
Mhm.
on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
It was crazy. I had to park like
Popular.
all the way down there. Place was jam packed. They had more dining rooms than the Man on the Moon. And the
With,
food,
I guess
ooh la la.
the Pennsylvania Dutch people were the ones who were working there, and then just other people would come to.
Evidently,
Okay.
making a killing too.
They like that.
Making a killing.
They like money.
Oh.
They're
Yeah.
very thrifty.
Well, that Amish farmers market in
hardworking.
Cockeysville is
Really?
Yeah, oh, it's jammed every weekend.
Wow.
I also seem to live in a lot of haunted houses if you watch cable. Seems to be a lot of paranormal stuff going on in Amish country.
Really?
I'm serious. Totally serious.
Why is that? Do you suppose?
Because they have so many rules that, they're bound to break them, and then they get shunned, and then they're like open to demonic influence.
Right.
And a lot of them commit suicide in the barn, and then their souls, shut forever. So the farm stays haunted, and they tend to stay in the same family
man.
for hundreds of years. It's a lot of stuff.
I'm
You know what?
gonna sleep with the light on tonight now.
For real. That's a lovely story. And you tell it so well.
Thank you. Thank you. Shows you how much TV I'm watching these days.
You're right on it, man.
Well, I draw and watch TV.
Sunday, I dropped my granddaughter off back with her mom.
Filled with ice cream.
Filled with ice cream. One of the benefits of being a grandparent.
Right. Wind them up, drop them off.
And then we picked up chicks.
Chicks.
Yeah,
Little peepee ones.
little peepee one. Wait a minute,
Uh-huh.
little
See?
peepish ones.
Peepish.
They had
Oh,
their
man.
their chickens hatched.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I
So,
know
of
somebody
course-
raises chickens in the city.
First question I ask: Are you
Yeah.
going to eat them? No. They're pets.
Right. Well, you can become attached. How can you eat your pet?
If it's a chicken, I could.
Have you ever raised a chicken? Got to know a chicken?
Okay, we're talking hypothetically now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, I have a friend who raises chickens
Grows
in the
chickens?
city.
there's a crop of chickens.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
In the city?
In the city. I'm not sure it's I thought you had to have maybe she does have permits. I know that, back in the days when they were phasing out a lot of animal life, in the city, horses, donkeys, whatever. They did a thing on chickens. And then somebody told me it was only roosters you couldn't have because of the disturbing nature of roosters in the morning.
And I can totally understand that.
Right. So who knows? But continue. I'm interrupting your
No, it's
Peep
it's
story.
all right. Well, no,
Peep show.
and that's all that was. And then, on a sad note, Sunday evening, I visited the funeral home. Rob Fahey's brother John passed away. Rest in peace, brother. And Rob, we wish you all the peace and all the sympathies to you and your family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
John he was a speaking of artists running in the family,
right.
John was a graphic artist.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And he, in fact, little known trivia, he did the first Ravens graphic logo
Really?
for us. Yeah, he worked at WBAL, and that is actually
That
it,
one?
the
Wow.
very one you have on the Ravens EP,
And the camera's not
1980
even
EP.
on.
Yeah.
I'd like show it.
So
It's
anyhow,
on, it's just
I just can't see it.
rest in peace, brother John.
I had the pleasure of meeting him just one time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I mean, I only met Rob in like 2010, and but at Rob's, remember his 15th birthday party?
Oh yeah.
I think what was at the airport bar and grill, maybe
Right.
something like that rainy
Right.
night, and I think he was there that night, and I said hi to him that night.
You look like Locke from Lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the picture that was up on Facebook. I thought he looked like the guy from Breaking Bad without the hat.
For that'll work too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, how about a song?
How about something cheerful?
Can we do? Well, how about a birthday song?
How about one?
Yeah.
Whose birthday is today?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's two of our friends' birthdays today. Dave Rohde
Club
from
66.
Club 66 and our own beloved Russ Clark
Mm-hmm.
uh-huh.
is celebrating his 29th birthday.
Yeah.
So we have a special tune just for these guys and wish you all guys a happy birthday. And then we're going to back it up. We're going to follow it up with a song that we tried twice to play last week, but for some reason we kept getting phone calls.
We
and
did.
we're unable to complete it.
As
So-
this week we have none.
But this is for Russ and Dave. Happy birthday, guys.
Happy birthday!
Many years ago today, something grew inside of your mother. That thing was
Metalocalypse. I love it. I played this as an intro to one of our sets
Oh, you did?
for my my birthday at the Auto Bar.
Oh, man.
That's probably where I got it from.
What is that? What is
I
that, like
played
Slayer
this.
or something?
I don't know. Who is
It's the band is Death Clock
Oh, Death Clock. Yeah. Okay.
from Metalocalypse.
Death Clock. What's that bass player's name? I've read something about him.
You know these guys?
Brian Beller, maybe?
You mean the real guy who plays bass?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because his name is Murderface on the show.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else. No, it's
Nice.
some guy similar to what DeMarco's doing here, but in like Ohio. He's like, and I thought it was that. It might have been. I might. be
Brandon
mistaken.
Small is the brains and the music behind pretty much the whole thing.
Okay.
I looked for music from you. I couldn't find any music.
We don't have anything really at the moment that's up to date. There's a bunch of YouTube videos of us, but the sound is grainy. Yeah, I know. You won't want that. We don't.
We'll just have to talk.
That's fine.
We can talk about cheeseburgers.
I can talk all night, man. I'm good.
Okay.
Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. This is such a great episode. It's a cartoon.
Cool.
It's animated. It's on Adult Swim.
Right.
This is Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown.
All right, we got to stop.
I'm not doing Dr. Roxo. He does
Sorry.
cocaine.
We have to stop. We got a call. Is this a request to stop playing that god awful music? Hi there. Thanks for calling.
What's going on?
How are you?
Is it Jimmy Harcourt? I thought it was. What's up, bud? How you doing, man?
That's great. Let's get the cheeseburgers party started.
I prefer charcoal, man. I gotta go with the old school method. You know, if the push comes to shove, I'll do charcoal.
I gotta say, I'm a charcoal guy too.
Yeah.
Depends what kind of charcoal there.
I guess. I mean,
You got to get the right.
I work for a gas company, so the propane comes fairly easy. So, I mean, that's usually the way I go. But
That's like King of the Hill, huh?
Propane.
Dang it,
Propane.
But you can't get that charcoal flavor though, can you?
right.
It depends whether you want it
You get the natural taste
charcoal
of the meat.
flavored. What if you just want the meat, right? You know,
Yeah.
not the added hickory or
That also affects the way the cheese melts though, right?
I don't know. I
that's
imagine
good.
your temperature has something to do with the way the cheese melts.
I think Meredith had the grill cranked way up to get all that cheese to melt.
My God. She was a block of cheese. Did you see that, Jimmy?
Good man. Good man. I like him with that.
That's interesting.
And Swiss and bacon, that's a good combination.
Gorgonzola.
Yep.
Oh.
That'll work.
Man.
And oh, sweet. Oh, I bet
Slice
that's good.
ham on your cheeseburger?
Sure, that's like Roy Rogers' Double R Bar Burger was
Wow.
a burger topped with sliced ham. I used to get them when we had Roy Rogers.
I tell you what I'm digging these days too, man. The bison burgers. Those things are awesome. You ever had them?
It's a
Very
much
lean.
better
Yeah.
meat than
Yeah.
beef.
Yeah.
Really much better for you. Yeah. Yeah.
They make a really good one up at the Still. Every time we play up there, I always grab one for dinner.
They have bison burgers
Yep.
at the Still?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
No
sure
kidding.
enough, do. Yeah,
The
very
Irish
good.
bison?
That I don't know. Probably
I don't know.
knowing them. So
How's the weather in Florida? Ain't that a drag? Get your sweaters on.
yeah, right.
Bitch.
I'll tell you though,
Ah,
I went to Disney one year in like November. We celebrated Thanksgiving and it got down to like 60 degrees, and you wouldn't think that would be a big deal, but it felt chilly down there. It was weird.
really?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they were.
They're probably
Sweatshirts.
freaking out. You know? I moved down here.
No shorts,
It's
no
freezing.
sandals.
Right.
Right on.
I brought one pair of jeans with me. I had to wear them every day, wash them every single day.
When you're down there, you get climatized real quick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Nice one. You know, I was down there, I guess about a month and a half ago, and I thought it was great because I was in Lauderdale,
Mhm.
and that's the off season
Yeah.
because it's so damn hot. Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Right on.
I was in the Panhandle a couple of years ago. It was really nice up there. What the hell was the name of that town we went to? We took a deep sea fishing boat out into. I can't remember the name of it.
There's Fort Walton Beach,
It's
Panama City,
well, neither one of them.
Destin.
Destin was it.
AJ's.
Yes.
AJ's in Destin.
Yeah, Destin it was the prettiest blue water I've ever seen in the Gulf right there.
Yep.
God, it was nice.
And the beach. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's right.
Gotcha. So you're near St. Augustine, right? Okay. Cool.
So are you a Ravens fan?
The 0-2 Ravens.
Even still? Not me, I'm fair weather.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We're waiting for her to call in. Meredith, come on, call in, girl.
She said she was going to.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So.
Oh, well. So,
At
Nice.
Club 66. Carl Palmer
Really?
Band. Wow. See, now you have news we don't have. We
yeah, you
live
got the
here.
inside track there, man. What else is going up there? I can't afford to pay attention.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess we should pay more attention. Put
Well,
it that way.
Right on. Well, look us up when you get to town, will you? All right, brother.
Come and do the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Take care, buddy.
All right. Take care.
All right. Go.
Cool. So there, once again, we're playing a song.
Yep.
We get a call.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like us to play songs, I guess.
Well, we're gonna sneak this one in. This is the one we tried playing last week, twice. Anyhow, we got through most of the birthday. Oh, before we do this, can you explain that birthday music?
Yeah.
That came from
Well,
you.
it came from a show, Metalocalypse, which is on Adult Swim. I think they're going into their 5th or 6th season. It hasn't started yet. It's a metal band that have become so rich that they're the 14th largest economy on Earth over countries.
Wow.
They're all like miscreants. 2 of them are Scandinavian, and the other 3 are Americans. And it's a show about their band. They live in a castle named Moored House.
You really do. This is really true.
No, in
Okay.
cartoon world, it's really true.
Well, that's real, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's a great show, a fabulous show.
Do you think Russ would approve of that birthday wish?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know Dave Rhodey
Right.
would.
Well, we were interrupted as Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown, was making a balloon bass for William Murderface, whose birthday it was.
Oh, can I get that left-handed?
Yes.
Awesome.
They haven't left-handed
Oh,
yet.
Yes. So anyway,
We're at a premium too.
Oh, it's probably a $50 upcharge.
you have to see it. You know.
$100,050.
Right.
You can't explain a cartoon. You really have to see it. But
You
you
have
can
to see
buy
it.
all the seasons are all available.
I got you.
I'll bring them
Understood.
over, learn them to you.
The band?
Yeah, we'll have them on the show next
All right, that
next
sounds
time.
great. If we might could be able to pull that off.
Okay.
He enthusiastically said. All right, we're going to try this again. Love Like Violence from Canton, not Baltimore, Canton, Ohio. And their mission is to spread love like people spread violence. Or mayonnaise on their cheeseburgers.
Or viruses.
This is Let Go, the song we tried playing twice last week. Let's see if we can do a hat trick and get a phone call during this one. I'm starting to grow weary of this song.
Lady, you recognize this? that used to be.
Gordon Miller Music.
Yep.
Know it quite well.
Drove past there today in a truck. I was like, that looks so damn different, man.
It's a shame, is what it is.
It's like Saturday night. I drove past the old Capricorn. It's a paint place or something
Is it?
now. I was like, oh man, that's a nice place. This is a little bit bigger room.
Yeah.
Well, did you see, you know how there were two buildings to Bill's Music House with the entrance to the parking lot between them?
Yeah.
Which are on Frederick Road. Well, they shut down one of them. They're only in the one building now.
Really?
Right. The other one has been taken over by a place that sells, like products for like incontinence and stuff like that. They have a bedpan.
In the window as their main
They
display.
have a bedpan display in the front window. I shit you
Oh,
not.
God.
I've got a picture. I've got a picture on here somewhere. I'll see if I can find it.
there.
If I can find it.
Yeah, it's a shame. Mars and GC, man, they buried him.
Yep. And then Mars went the way of the dinosaur.
They were only capitalized for 2 years anyway, or
Yeah.
2 or 3 years anyway.
Yep.
I think they were shills for Guitar Center.
Yeah.
You know?
Ah.
That's it. I can find it.
Bad business model, not supportable.
Right.
Well, was it Bruce Sandler had the guitar shop down the street, across the street? Is he still there? Huh?
Is that Appalachian Bluegrass?
No. It was Bluegrass was on the same side as Bill's. It's on the other side of the street.
Oh, that was John Thurston and Michael Kuntz's place too, wasn't it?
I knew Bruce
Yeah,
Sandler.
I think the three of them were in there on that. Yeah, it's gone.
He got all Craig Crixer's guitars, I think, when Craig went crazy the one time and sold them all, like his 56 Les Paul and stuff like that.
I know I've got that bedpan display in here somewhere. I didn't erase that. That shit was too funny.
We got through it.
We got all the way through.
All the way through.
That was Love Like Violence with Let Go.
Where your love like violence.
No. No, I don't think that's
By
their message.
Donovan?
Yeah, something like that. All right, we're showing
yeah.
We're showing pictures
I
of
would stop in there.
former music stores in the area. Incontinence Supplies.
Shine. I can
It is
imagine
kind of guitar shaped though.
the boss says, can you shine me 15 bedpans for the window?
Let's get out the buffer.
All right. We have anything from Steptoe? How was Steptoe's week this week?
It was okay. I went to the wonderful Hamden Fest.
Oh, I heard about that.
Hamden
My
Fest,
other daughter
yeah.
went there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed pretty
She didn't
much
tell me
at
about
the Chestnut Avenue stage.
Was there a plethora of musicians?
There was a plethora of great people that I know playing on that stage, and I heard a band I really liked that I hadn't heard before, called the GTVs.
What does that stand for?
I don't know, but they're out of Bethesda, I think, and the real lead is like a Hammond B3,
Oh, nice.
and so they kind of sometimes they sound like Booker T.
Okay.
Cool.
But
Nice.
then there's a more of a rock and roll thing that they're generally doing, 3-part harmonies. They were really an exciting band to watch. So on that one stage was also the Idle Gossip, who
Right.
we keep trying to get on here.
Well, hook them up, dude.
The Stents, who I've talked about many times on here.
Hook them up too.
I
We've
try
got
to
a few
hook 'em
slots
up.
to fill before the end
Jake
of the year.
Starr and the
Who is it?
Jake Starr.
Okay.
He's a little bit of a white blues R&B type guy, you know.
What are White Blues?
Clap your hands. R&B, white R&B. Rhythm and blues.
White R&B.
White R&B?
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, it's a white guy, you know.
Okay.
And they clap on 1 and 3.
Yeah, and dance and dance a lot.
And dance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Badly.
So I spent from like 2 p.m. until 5 p.m. at this one stage,
Okay, sounds like you had a great time.
standing in the shade.
Did you get an ice cream?
No, I
Okay.
got several local beers,
Mm-hmm.
and that was about it. And a little sun.
Friend of mine's band, guy I haven't seen in years, guy named Kurt Deemer. I actually remember going to day camp with that dude years ago,
Yeah.
and I can't remember. He has a brand new band, and they played it on the Chestnut stage too. But it was early in the day. It was like something like 11 in the morning. It was-
The Improbables played first, and
Okay.
I owned one of their T-shirts. I don't know how I got it, but I'd never
Mhm.
seen them either. They were really excellent. 3-piece.
I think that was it. Yeah, Kurt's a white guy about my age.
Play guitar.
Yep. Damn good one
He
too.
was outstanding.
Yes. He's.
Outstanding.
Can we get him on the show?
I'll contact him.
Let's turn some folks on to some great music.
Mhm.
man.
I try.
I know you do.
They're
Speaking of great music,
They're
how's
hard to book.
how's our buddy Andy Bop doing?
Andy Bopp just got out of the hospital, had his gallbladder removed the other day. If he's listening in, much health and healing to you, Andy.
That's right.
He's doing well. I mean, he sounded good.
Guess he wasn't using it.
I don't, what do you do? Process is something
Something.
that you need to eliminate. I just wonder if you don't have it, how you eliminate it.
You just eliminate it without processing.
Put in filters
I guess.
like a Brita.
I'm not a doctor. Brita filter. I only play one on TV.
I'm watching this thing. There's a commercial now for these filters that they put in for people's hearts that have been like fragmenting.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I'm like, geez, the operation is worse than the conditions.
They're
you
not
know?
strong stents, are they?
Stents. They
Yeah.
haven't mentioned stent
Okay,
failure,
okay.
except for that guy at GBMC.
See if they make a Fram filter for your blood.
Fram.
Yeah.
Right.
Every 3,000 miles, you know.
Right.
Mhm.
I just use
STP.
STP blood treatment. Anyhow.
That's about all I did
That's
this
it for
weekend.
you, huh?
I missed Sean and Bond's birthday happening at the Raven Inn. Sean the booker and Bond is works there, and his band played at the Raven.
They're
In
part of
honor
your
of his
posse
own
these
birthday.
days, right?
Huh?
They're part of your posse these days.
I guess
Okay.
I should have been there. I
Have
sent.
you ever played there?
Where's this now?
The Raven Inn?
I know that's Lock Raven and Joppa right up.
Yeah,
in
that's
that area.
right.
Yeah, I've
That's
been.
right.
I have not played there. I've been to it.
They're booking music now.
Nice.
Should,
I'll have
should
to-
you want a
that's right
spot?
down the street from me. Yeah, that's
Talk to Sean.
Convenient
Okay.
from anywhere.
yeah, right off the Beltway.
Let's see.
You hear that, Sean? He always listens. He's a fan of our show here.
Awesome. He should call in.
No,
Or
Sean,
Do
call
they do
in.
full
You
bands,
got the
acoustic
number.
act? Like
Call
you
they
do
in.
one.
do full bands, man. They do the
Okay.
whole.
Book-
yeah,
book the
Sethos
Luther
was playing there
Villains.
last week.
Okay, awesome,
Or-
awesome.
Yeah, it was last week, right?
Love to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out if my knees still hurt. Yeah, last week.
We not only do this show live every week that we can, but we're on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year with our radio station.
Tireless.
Tireless. We have no tires. Bringing you the very best in
Driving on the
independent,
hubs.
independent original music and independent programming. You can get our free Android and iPhone app. They're available. Search for Real Time Music. Also, we're on iTunes Radio under the Alternative Rock category. Real Time Radio Network. Ask for it by name. If not completely satisfied, return the unused portion for a cheery full refund.
I want a Cyborg app. Hello?
Wow.
Mentioned cyborgs.
I
Mine
know.
was doing that before.
Okay, well, here's a confession. I have a confession. I knew you weren't going to stop at Five Guys. So I stopped and got a cheeseburger on the way home.
In honor of the cheeseburger theme of the show, so
Yeah,
now your
absolutely.
stomach's gonna rumble the whole show.
This is the Cheeseburger Sandstock 2015 episode.
All right.
I admit,
Featuring the Luther Villains.
I literally stopped at McDonald's and got one of those new gourmet cheeseburgers earlier today when all that Facebook crap was going on earlier. It was funny.
It's like a dessert hamburger.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's sort of gourmet and McDonald's in the same sentences, like bizarre.
I know. It's
I had-
weird. It's weird going to McDonald's and getting like almost like a pretzel bun or whatever the
Yeah.
hell it's called.
Yeah.
You know,
A Royale with cheese.
it's like a fully loaded Kia.
It's one tasty burger.
Yeah.
We're always expanding here at Real Time Music Network, even more than just our waistlines from cheeseburgers. So there are several ways to listen to our station live. We also now have a couple of ways listening to the archived
Or
episodes
to listen dead.
from our website, rt-music.net, or iTunes podcasts. Or you can actually, we have on the archive section, we have, if you're RSS savvy, whatever the hell that means. I still don't know.
RSS.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just a truck driver. I don't know what the hell that means.
It's Royal Steamship.
Royal Steamship. Okay. If you're Royal Steamship savvy,
For you steampunks
Is
out
that
there.
is that like a cruise from 1910?
Yeah, it's like, Queen Mary.
Well,
They're just two little,
you can
little two brothers
steampunk your way
steam.
to your favorite through your
Your
favorite
Island of Paradise.
podcast app.
Your local iceberg cruise.
That's right. We probably don't have time. We're going to have to shift things up a little bit and do the tank now.
Good, I need a cigarette. Oh, sorry, I didn't say that. Hey, Tank,
And then afterwards, we'll do
get that
the
phone ready.
music news and
Put the
community
bong away.
calendar.
And I want to add one to your music news.
What's that?
I want to add one to your music news.
I was looking on Maryland Party.
Yeah, I just added it last night.
Oh, okay.
Dan and I are going to play the guitar player / lead singer from the Luther Villains.
Yes.
We're playing at the Still this Thursday.
Thursday night.
Yes, two-piece acoustic. Yep.
Okay, we'll definitely get in there because then we
Cool.
got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to come.
Yep, and that's 9 p.m.
You calling Tank?
Okay, and call as long as we know.
Okay, the opinions expressed in the next segment do not necessarily reflect those of the Real Time Radio Network,
Run for the hills, liberals.
but they might.
Here comes the tank.
And according to Tank, the opinion should be ours.
The opinions. You are presuming correctly. Now, did you order the Kung Pao chicken?
We're still trying to get to the bottom of that order. Because it's cheeseburger night. No Kung Pao chicken tonight. Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger only. Something you haven't. How you feeling, my friend? You sound like you're on an iPhone. An iPhone. See? Okay. Absolutely. It sounds like, wait a minute, I'm getting something. You're counting down the days till you can get an Android. You have 8 days, my friend. Okay. Right, what are you smoking?
We know if you're in the garage what you're up to.
Say hello to Bob Bartram, our special guest of the evening.
What's going on, Ron? How are you, bud?
He's holding out for more money.
Yeah.
So what's new and thrilling on the Ronnie bus? Okay.
Well, I'm not raising my hand. I'm sorry. I don't look the part very well.
Are 60-year-olds acceptable?
Are you?
I've got a Neil Young for you. Yeah, Dave Woodworth.
That's awesome.
He does a pretty good job. Blah, blah, blah. And he
Oh, don't give it all away now. Don't give it all away.
that one we so deal sound for us for the shoot. I just need a bunch of rocker looking people.
Where?
I mean, do you remember
I don't, but
House of Drop the
oh,
get
right,
down.
right.
dudes with the thin goatees and the bandanas and all
When is this shoot going to happen? When is this shoot going to happen?
you know what? I didn't hear back on the video now. And did one that it's just brilliant. The stuff that they're doing is really good stuff. And the one that I really fell in love with isn't even a song. It's a band, a bunch of young guys on Brendan, I mean, Hollywood,
Nice.
it looks like anything that George Lucas or Steven Spielberg could have put out. Everything about it is
You should do a feature. You should do a feature. No, feature film. When you're on a fixed income, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
In the mail today from YouTube, and I was walking around as a proud peacock, and got ready to go.
That's awesome.
Right. If it's not six figures, don't even talk to me.
Right.
I feel like I didn't do a good enough job. And like I said, literally a year ago or so, at 1,900 views now.
Well, I'd be happy for 100 views.
Hey, Ron, I followed some of the stuff you were doing with the Hillary video and your battle with YouTube and people complaining about it and whatnot. And I'm just want to say I'm glad that you won that fight, dude. It is.
You know, it's really funny, dude. We won the battle against Cobalt Publishing Company,
Okay.
but I lost the battle.
Oh. Right. Mm-hmm. No,
It doesn't have the same impact.
right,
Goes down because that
right. I saw that video. It's very well done. Yeah, it's good stuff. I was into YouTubing for a little while, a few years ago. Been out of it for a while, but I had a couple videos that surpassed 100,000 hits myself, and it's a great feeling. You just goofing around on the base, pretending to be Cliff Burton, but I look a little different.
Oh, I remember that series you did.
Yeah, I don't look anything like him. So.
No, I remember your series.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Cliff
Cool.
still has his hair, does he not?
Probably.
No, he was on that metal show not too long ago.
Oh yeah, they had a
They have guys stand in and play the breaks,
right.
and
Okay.
they had
you have something
Mm-hmm.
and it's because Jim Stewart, the stage manager
Right.
for Leather and Lake,
Mhm.
you of course know,
Right.
and then video with chances had the Muslim and
Did you swear them to secrecy? Because Henry didn't tell me anything about the experience of filming, and oh my God.
Oh my God. My Muslim room is
Oh my God.
I gotta check that out. That sounds hilarious.
No. No.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
You-
Like I said, devastated that the film ended up not right. It's not even low res, it's ridiculously bad. But, we did the best that we could with what we had to work with.
You should play that to your advantage. You know, they have some very low quality propaganda films from the caves of Afghanistan. Yeah. Sure, Garson.
Sure.
Right. Oh man.
Brilliant.
Yeah, what do we have?
This one,
Smarty.
This is my wife's long shopping blues.
Okay. We're going to have to go and play it. I did not get an opportunity to download it, so I'm going to have to mute you out while we play this, and we'll be right back.
My wife announced just the other day she'd go to the mall in her usual way. Now there'll be clothes to match and bills to pay. I used to balk, now I walk away, but we'll be broke before you know it, it's really true. She said, you really sound like my dad, you know he used to sound like you. But she just bought a ladle and a silver spoon, a little boy's shoes and an Aunt Taylor suit. When she coming home, God, I don't know when. You know we'll have some big debt then. We're gonna have some big debt then. My wife hugged me just the other day. She said, give me the card, I'll be gone all day. Are we overdue? I said, not today, but there's a lot we owe. She said, that's okay. And she walked away and she smiled and she grinned. I thought, I must be awful dim. Yeah, you know I must be awful dim. Cause she just bought a table for the living room, some Jimmy Choo shoes and some shampoo and mousse. When she comes home, well, I tell her then she can't go shopping again. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the card up then. I'm sick and I'm tired of my wife's shopping ways. I called her up at the mall one day. I said, I'd like to see you if you don't mind. She said, I'd love to, hon, if I could find the time. But there's some new stuff at Nordstrom's and it looks really cute. But it's been sure nice talking to you, babe. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, we're soon in bankruptcy. We're soon in bankruptcy. Cause that debt will be fatal on the visa soon. The minimum due is from here to the moon. Cause I used it to buy a Harley Davidson. I'm glad I remember then. Yeah, the Visa card will work for men.
Magical. Magical. And also very safe. Non-political. This is a rarity from you.
It is.
I'm impressed.
The music.
And it's no fear of ISIL reprisal, right? I was just going to ask you about that.
Were you?
Yes.
And he said, all the information we have all. He said, we also have all the information from the IRS scandal where both in the United States and out overseas.
Wow.
Mm.
That's quite a dream. Try the veal.
Well, the
thank
Kung
you.
Pao chicken.
And the Kung Pao chicken. Thank you, Ron. We'll see you
Take care,
next
bud.
week. All right.
Fire salvo.
Oh my
Wow.
God. I actually believed him for a minute.
Yeah, well,
I guess it's a left-handed bass player thing.
Must be,
you
yeah.
were hanging on the edge of that the whole time too,
I was.
right?
I was. Seeing where it was going to go.
Until he said Obama, then that kind of clued me in.
Right.
Anyhow. So Stanstock,
Yes,
you guys are coming back.
we are. We
That-
are.
And you're playing what day and what time and where?
Saturday on the main stage outside at 1:15.
Saturday, 1:15.
Mhm.
Got a prime time slot,
Yes, sir.
Daddy-o.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Awesome.
Really looking forward to it. And we got Amy Stroh with us now.
Amy is singing with you.
Yes. And so now we're a 5-piece.
Okay.
And, Dan Skeen, as amazing as he is with most of the male lead vocals,
Right.
is now augmented by Amy with some
Who's
spectacular.
just as amazing
Right.
on the female end.
Right. And then between me and Dan and Amy and Pete too, Pete sings, and we're working on a whole lot of the real nice 3-part harmony stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it's really filling things out. You know what I mean?
That's really nice. That's
Yep.
really nice to hear. Plus, this year, you're going to get a longer set.
Mhm.
And they've
Mhm.
extended the play times for musicians.
They have.
You're
They have.
doing in a full hour.
Mhm.
The 1:15
Is that
to
everybody?
2:15? Aren't you playing?
Yeah, we're playing.
You're
But,
playing an hour?
well, no, we're the last band to play.
So
So,
you can play all night if
right.
you want it.
Right. I was thinking of inviting people up
Really?
and, jamming. Jamming, man.
Jamming?
I've got a lot on my plate that day. It's
Are you doing a double that day?
yeah.
Really? Were you
Yeah.
playing that evening?
Well, actually, it's a triple because
Jeez.
I feel like Fahey here.
Yeah, right.
No, but no, I'm playing 1:15 with the Luther Villains, and then I'm coming back at 3:45 with Leather and Lace,
Oh, right.
playing there, and it's cool because in between those two bands is Rob Fahey and the Pieces, so that's going to be awesome.
You don't have like a happy hour to play in that hour?
Actually,
Somewhere.
it's funny. Later on, we're playing the Still. The Villains are going to be at
Oh
the
my
Still
gosh.
that night, so I'm going to have some tired fingers on Sunday morning.
Well, thank you for doing that. That's really cool then
Yep.
to make the time to do
No,
that.
not
for
a
your
problem at
group.
all. It's just the way the cards fell, and
It's a great cause, man.
It is. It really is.
And I know everybody on the staff is grateful to
Right.
you and all the musicians that are donating their time.
Thank you. Yeah, it's an amazing thing, and it's a privilege to be a part of.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you were at Stanstock 2014 too,
Yes.
when they had it at Timonium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And, we played towards the end of the evening. I think we were the second to the last band that day, and we were, I guess, cut off a little short because of the little ceremony that was
Oh, right.
right before. I think it was the Journey band played last with
Right.
Farouk.
Right.
Right. So
Eclipse.
Eclipse. Right.
Yeah.
So, but that's that's all good. It's-
Awesome. Well, you'll have a whole hour, so you make up the time this year.
Can't wait.
So that's October 17th
Mm-hmm.
at 1:15 p.m.
Correct.
Luther Villains.
Mm-hmm.
5-piece.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've been performing as 5-piece for a while now.
Since I'd say probably since January or February, we started mixing Amy in here and there, and then we brought her in full time when when I kind of knew from the beginning, but convincing everybody else that she was worth bringing in as a full-fledged member and not just an occasional person to bring in for some of the larger gigs. You know what I mean? So yeah, we've only played probably 5 or 6 gigs with her full tilt.
Right.
We actually had about a 2-month break over the summertime, and it was all due to overlapping vacations. Stu,
Scheduling.
right.
Right.
Stu Cohen, our rhythm guitar player, was in Australia and New Zealand for a month.
And who can blame him after all?
He's
That's bucket list
Yeah,
stuff.
but
hell
he
yeah.
came back though, right?
that's where they filmed Lord of the Rings, man. There's some great scenery down that way.
In New
Yeah.
Zealand, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nose Island.
Yeah.
And our drummer Pete Kuhn, as soon as Stu came back, Pete and his family went to Iceland for 2 weeks.
Reykjavik? Or Keflavik?
That I'm not sure. I'm not
Keflavik.
sure. I saw some really cool pictures with the vents and the volcanoes
Oh,
and
right.
the hot spots and
The black sand and
Right.
all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
so and
Bjork's wardrobe.
it's Björk.
and I was
Bjork.
before all
Nina
that
Bjork.
I was away for about 10 days. No real grand destination like that, but I was in the mountains of Western North Carolina with my family for about 10 days.
Oh, really?
So that was but all these things overlapped. So we didn't have a full gig for it was just about 2 months.
So you're starting to work more now.
Yes.
The schedule's picking up.
Yes.
How often are you guys playing?
It's gonna be 2 to 3 times a month.
Awesome.
So right, which is right about where we want to be because 3 of us, Stu and Pete and myself, we all have full-time day jobs,
Right.
and we all have kids that are young. I mean, my son is 15, my daughter's 12, and I have to perform the necessary fatherly
Of course.
duties and whatnot.
Which you gladly do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like bringing them along to gigs and leaving them. Well, never mind, I won't go there.
Right.
But
Opening up a bar tab. For 'em.
Right.
Now
But-
put them even better. Put them to work behind the bar.
right. Well,
Bar backs.
Or
My-
roadieing.
my son is 15 now, and he's taller than me, and he's playing football, so he's strong enough to roadie. It's just a question of being careful with the right items and not slamming delicate things accidentally. So
He's not a musical guy.
not really. No, he messed around.
He's a
with
jock.
He's definitely a jock. He's watching college football like 6 hours.
What about
every
your
Sunday.
daughter?
My daughter is definitely musically oriented. She plays the flute.
Left-handed?
That would be weird. I guess
I know, right?
I've never seen that before. I wanted to. So Katie, she plays the flute, and we've got her. She has a couple flutes now, and I bought her a book of flute solos by Ian Anderson, which is obviously a lofty goal, but
Yeah.
she knows how to play the solo in Bourrée.
Really?
Yes, she can do that, and
Very cool.
I am excited to see what happens on October 10th, the week before Standstock. We're going to Nashville for an extended weekend.
Yeah.
Holly Brogenier, who sings for several species,
Yeah.
her and her husband Carl have a big party once a year called the Doghouse Party, and it's a bunch. Carl puts together this stage in this big garage they have, and it's a bunch of musical acts.
It's
boom,
in
boom.
Nashville.
Yes, it's in Nashville.
Very cool.
So I'm doing 2 sets there, one with a friend of mine, John, just acoustic. We call ourselves Hoppin' Barley.
Which one's hot?
Well, he's the one that brews the beer, and when we both drink a lot of it. So
Oh, okay.
I guess it could go either way.
Maybe it's
but-
interchangeable.
Right. So, but Katie's going to be down there with me, just me and her, my wife and son.
And
are
you
staying
never
home.
know who you're going to run into
Yeah.
down there.
Oh, wow.
Also,
Yeah, I think
funny thing about that town.
I think we might see Ira Kessler down there.
That's
Really?
right.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
right.
Oh, that's right. He's down there
Right.
now.
Yeah, and
So
he
Tim Camp,
right.
if
Yeah,
he's in town.
So I just messaged Ira Kessler briefly, and he he really wants to come to it, and I see
Oh,
no reason
great.
why he can't.
That'd be great,
Hmm.
man. That'd be great.
So we're going to do that and come back in the following weekend to Standstock.
Now you do a duo too.
Mm-hmm.
That's Hop and Barley.
So the hop and
No, it's not Hop and Barley.
the hop and barley is a one-off thing with my friend John.
Okay.
That's just for the party in Nashville.
But you do something with Dan.
Right.
Okay.
And we're just calling that the Luther Villains acoustic duo until we can find another name for it.
What about them filthy hippies? No.
Damn filthy hippies, yeah.
Damn filthy hippies. Yeah.
But Dan and I have played acoustic about maybe 6 times this year, and we have another one coming up just in a couple days. And we will be at the Still on Thursday night.
The Still.
The
Doing
Still.
a duo Thursday night.
Correct. 9
What are
p.m.
the hours?
9 p.m. till somewhere around 12. It depends on how many people are there.
Right.
So, but we
And you
will-
have to get up because it's a school night.
Yeah.
Did I? No, I shouldn't have brought that up. Sorry.
It's okay.
Well, that's a perfect
Yeah.
segue here.
Mhm.
So we can get into, and we'll repeat it in just a moment.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to do music news.
Are we gonna pay the bills?
Oh, yeah.
I got somebody in the chat room apparently. Your girl singer's been since me.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Cuts.
And then you said they-
This music news and community calendar.
Community.
Community. That's the way Doris down in
I see.
down in southwestern Virginia used to call it. And
Okay.
in honor of her, I always call it community calendar. This is brought to you by our friends at MarylandParty.com. MDParty.com, your ultimate party guide. Wednesday night, of course, as always, Jazz Night at Costa's on North Point Boulevard. This week, I don't even know who it is. Do you know who it is, Steptoe?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'll be there.
You'll be
Sure.
there
Surely.
seating people as they
I'll
come in, giving
Just
them
look
good
like
seats.
a completely different person.
I know. Well, you'll be incognito.
Right.
Thursday night,
Thursday night.
it's going to be the Luther Villains Unplugged acoustic
Duo.
Because you're still going to be plugged,
Yeah, technically, right.
right? Or get plugged.
Well, we're getting a plug right now. How
Getting
about
a
that?
plug right now, right?
So,
That's at the Still Thursday night,
Correct.
9 till
yes, 9 till we're done,
9 till you fall asleep.
pretty much.
Okay, cool.
So
You have enough music for a whole night?
yeah,
Cool.
we do. A lot of it is similar to what the Villains do as a full band. It's probably 3/4 similar to that.
Just no
Yeah.
drums and no other guitar.
No drum, just me
And no-
me beating on that big old bass. You know.
Oh, you do the acoustic bass?
Yeah, the acoustic bass.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
That you were going to bring over.
That was, but it wouldn't fit into this room. It's too large.
It's a left-handed acoustic
Left-handed
bass.
acoustic bass.
Ain't you the one?
It's so rare it doesn't even exist.
I know.
Mhm.
I know. $50 upcharge. Let's see. Friday night, September 25th. Cockeyed Jr. at Carson's Creekside in Middle River. Doc Roger and the Rock Dodgers at the Holiday House in Baltimore. You're familiar with them.
Yes, one of Chelsea Graveyard's late members was in Doc Rogers for a while.
He's not late. Oh, he is late.
He is late.
Right.
Yeah, Steve Casey.
Right. Fire Within is at Sylvester's in Essex. The Karma Sharks with a Z.
With a Z.
Yeah, ZARMA. At the Ott House in Emmitsburg. You ever play there?
I've heard of it. No,
You ever play there?
I've never played there, but I've heard of it.
they
Really?
don't let me cross the line into Emmitsburg anymore.
Okay.
Banned from Emmitsburg.
Uh-oh.
That's
Probably.
a whole nother story.
Right.
Is it Frederick County?
I think it is. Does
Probably.
Jethro have anything to do with
That's what I was gonna say.
it? Okay.
My erstwhile southern cousin and his happy juice.
Rheumatism.
That's it. Rheumatiz.
Right. The New Sensations with a C at Parker's in White Marsh.
The New Sensations with a C. You
Yeah.
mean like CEN?
Yes.
Mhm.
Like Centurion?
Well, either that or it's New Kensations.
Yeah. New Kent Station.
New Kent Station. No. The Ratapaca is at McAvoy's in Parkville.
Love those guys.
They add
I do
A's
too.
to their band name.
What?
Ratapaca.
Ratapaca. Yeah, the Ratapaca. Saturday, September 26th.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Against the Grain at the Office in Pasadena.
Saturday.
Bad with Names, who Greg was mentioning last week. They'll be at Looney's Pub North in Bel Air.
Saturday.
Big Jack at Stables in Westminster.
Saturday.
Core returns to McAvoy's in Parkville.
Saturday.
Dumpster Fire at Sylvester's in Essex.
Saturday.
That's an awesome name.
Dumpster Fire.
I love that.
I know. Right? You could go see TF tonight.
Yeah, man.
And speaking of the devil, the new romance at the Riverwatch in Essex.
The devil, you say.
You can find out who's playing anywhere on any day at MarylandParty.com. Oh, shoot. What the heck? I'll just let this guy tell you about it. We'll be right back.
What's going on in the Maryland music scene? Go to MarylandParty.com, the official Maryland online party guide.
That was a great show you had last week, Lee.
Oh, with Greg?
You'll be able to get in on the latest happenings.
That was a lot of
Maryland entertainment scene.
Ah.
Artists, if you're not.
What do you want to talk about? Anything you want to talk about?
Anything? Nothing in particular. I mean,
Okay. We'll just bullshit for a while
Sure.
and then And just like that, we're back.
How did we get back that quickly?
Um,
Time travel.
as if by magic.
As if.
One of those myriads of buttons over there that I have no clue what it controls.
That's all right. I don't either.
Okay.
He just punches stuff, and we're really lucky to be broadcast
He
at
played-
all.
He plays a radio host on TV.
That's
Right. That's right. Oh my God.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
So, in fact, we are here in studio with our guest, Mr. Bob Bartram
Hello.
from the Luther Villains.
Mhm.
And this is our third ramp up episode, pre-ramp up. No, it's not pre-ramp up.
No, pre-stand stock. ramp up.
Pre-Stanstock 2015 ramp up. Thank you very much for parsing that out for me.
I know how you've been having trouble lately with your mouth.
I get most of the letters right. I'm just the word
Sometimes
order
it's
is a
just
little
not
dyslexic,
English.
That's all. Right.
It's one of those left-handed bass player things because I do
I
it.
think that's what it is. Bob and
Mm-hmm.
company will be performing at Stanstock this year on the outdoor stage October 17th at
Yes.
1:30,
1:15.
1:15.
1:15.
Hour.
And when I say 1:15, I mean sharp.
Oh yeah, we're
They
gonna
are
be there.
sharp.
Yeah. There's a great crew of volunteers, great stage crew. They keep
Mhm.
everything running
Yes.
very smoothly.
Nice back line and everything. And,
Yep. Yep. And they make sure and take care of everybody. And it's just a wonderful experience. It's
Yes.
a great experience for the fans and the public to come out and listen to hear some great music and get to support a couple of very worthy charities.
Yes.
And just treat everybody great. Everybody has a great time.
And we had a blast last year. Everybody was so nice to us, and being able to play in front of people who were coming in from out of state, and they who knows when they would be
Around the
able-
world.
Right.
People
Right.
come internationally
Mhm.
to this
Mhm.
to this.
And we got a lot of
shindig.
positive. We got a lot of positive responses from Stanstock last year. In my conversation with Tom Carson a little bit earlier this year, it was
Yeah.
very, very, positive and filled me with a lot of,
Well, you guys did a bang up job.
Thank you.
You
Thank
really
you
did.
much.
And
We hope to top that this year.
awesome.
So
You doing the confetti cannons this year?
Well, I was hoping to do a two-person water balloon slingshot, like Lollapalooza.
Very cool.
That would be, when those balloons go 400 feet in the air and just, hit, they're airborne for like 15 seconds and they detonate on the stage in front of the. Pretty cool stuff.
Are you playing fretless?
Don't think so.
Really?
Pantsless.
Well, yeah, that has yet to be determined.
Well, we were talking about Death Clock.
We're trying to find a sock
they're-
big enough.
Their bass player, William Murderface,
Yes.
is known to play pantsless,
Pantsless. Huh.
and at certain parts of the set raised
Okay.
the bass.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, I believe they've already had to talk with you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they had a talk with me.
Okay. This year.
A little talking to.
A good talk.
Well, I told you I have to sign in blood. I'm
I know.
still healing. Man.
You didn't have to sign any waivers, right?
No. I was all right.
You guys are on good behavior.
We actually are known for the Luther Villains are a fairly well behaved band.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we save our shenanigans for band practice and afterwards and whatnot, but we tend to be
Not break time.
not well.
Well, well.
It's all well and good, but yeah, we've got some new songs in store that we're gonna crush hopefully at Stanstock, and really looking forward to it. We got 4 people singing now out of 5,
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. Who's the odd man out? Drummer.
actually no, it's Stu, our rhythm guitar player.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, but I think he can actually sing. We just never got
You
to
should
it.
make him.
We probably
He'd
should.
be like the council.
You can't make him. My drummer should sing.
Uh-huh.
He's got a great voice.
Right.
Won't do it. Knows
Cool.
all the words, which is more than I do.
Right.
You know.
Our drummer Pete, he does a really good job with Mick Jagger and John Cougar, and
Okay.
he sings the Ramones. stuff like that in that genre. He's got his niche of things where he sounds really good, so that's what he covers.
Right.
I have a few leads myself. I think I sing probably 7 or 8 leads,
Mhm.
and I have a baritone voice. I do the low stuff, Lagrange.
Right.
That's right in my wheelhouse. I tend to project really well when I'm
You can
down
get
low.
down there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The older I get, and
The easier it gets.
Hey baby, you know what I'm talking about. But I do some Skinnerd and a few other things, some REM. But Dan does the 75% of all the male vocal leads.
Right.
And then we worked in Amy. We're going to try to get her up to about 10 songs very shortly.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
yep. So it's going to be
So let me do some math here. You're playing from 1:15 to 2:15.
Mhm.
Then Rob is on from 2:30 to 3:30.
correct.
And then or is that right? Is it 15 minutes? of
Yes,
change?
yes, there is.
Okay, so then you're on with Leather and Lace at
Mhm.
3:45
Correct.
for an hour set,
Right.
doing the Stevie Nicks
Right.
tribute show.
That's correct.
Awesome. Awesome.
So, and then
Just drink plenty of water.
I will, and then I'm gonna go home and crash for a couple hours before the gig we have later on that night.
Take a nap.
I won't want
Needs a
to
nap.
because there's going to be so many more
I
cool
know,
bands
right?
there.
There's
And
so-
you'll be adrenalized too.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Naps, you can't plan a nap. They happen.
Right.
all by themselves.
Yeah.
So I have a serious question for you.
Yes, sir.
Raw onions or fried onions?
Fried.
How do you fry them on a grill?
Put down foil.
Foil. I would
Foil.
say foil. Yeah.
A
Butter?
little oil.
Yeah. Little oil, little butter, not too much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Don't get it too greasy.
All right. We're going to have some. We should have had burgers tonight.
We should all. Once the show's over, I'll treat everybody to Five Guys if you want.
443-216-9975 is the phone number. If you have a cheeseburger story, please call it.
Okay.
How's the chat room looking? All quiet there?
We got 6 people in
I don't
there.
care how many people are there. Anybody talking?
Yeah, Amy is talking.
Amy!
And somebody just said hi to her.
Hello, Amy Stroh. How are you?
Hi, Amy. We're looking forward to hearing you at Standstock 2015 this year. She didn't say anything.
Give her a chance, man. By
Oh.
God.
Okay.
Let her get her wireless mic hooked up. Then
She
she'll.
may have,
Oh,
may
that's
have
right.
been
There's like
chatting.
a 2-minute delay before.
She is in the
Okay.
chat room.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can
It's all
call
good.
in as well, Amy. We're very friendly here.
Yep, so.
Who is?
Our guests are
Okay, I
usually
lied.
pretty friendly.
I'm trying to sweet talk the girl into calling.
Oh, I know. Okay. That's okay.
So do you have weird news?
Oh, I have some weird news.
Because we've been.
I revived the weird news segment
Well, I hope you
because we've had
refined it.
so many
also.
requests
So
I remember
the
this.
act-
I remember this from last year. The weird news.
to bring it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
And I just hope it cuts the mustard or passes mustard. Passes gas. or
Cuts the
something like-
cheese
Cuts the cheese, right.
from those burgers.
Yeah, it really is. It's another burger segue.
Another burger segue. There's Swiss.
Yeah, Swiss works.
You're
I
not
love
big on Swiss.
I love Swift.
Actually, I like the way it melts.
Yeah.
I like the
melts
way-
really
yes,
cool.
It melts really nice.
Mhm. And what's your cheese of choice?
Well, for a burger, I'd probably do probably mozzarella or provolone.
Mozzarella?
We got somebody calling.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
is it Amy?
I don't know. Hello, caller. Is this Amy? Thank you for calling.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, Amy. How are you?
Nice what?
Nice what? Oh, yes,
that's-
absolutely.
We'll be on our best behavior for you,
We
Amy.
love
Yeah.
our callers, long
Yeah.
time. So you're going to be singing with the Luther Villains at Standstock this year. As we are as well.
Mm-hmm.
That would make her a villainess, though.
Yeah, that's we had to hold this. Right.
The villainess. How's that working out for you? Aw.
She's really very talented at different styles of singing, whether it be something more mellow like the Pretenders or something more, with a lot of power like Evanescence, things like that. She can really cover it. So
I know. She's
Yeah.
got a
Amy, who do
very
you
wide
like
spectrum.
to do best when you are covering a song? You have a particular artist you favor? Okay.
Yep.
Miss Wilson.
That's a lot to belt.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Fill us in.
Fill us in. Really? I've no doubt it's sold out.
I'm sure.
Wow, I had no idea she was coming around. That's awesome.
Oh, that is.
Thing. I love it. Love it. Love
It's
it.
good stuff.
Well, cool.
Yep.
So these guys been working you to death on rehearsing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It does when we can get like some of the third part harmonies and stuff, and I do some falsetto over top of Dan, but I really do have a limited range when it comes to that kind of thing. I'm unable to hit some of the things, and she comes in and nails it like it's nobody's business, and it just puts a big smile on my face. I love
Awesome.
that.
Well,
That's true. I do sing above you in Pretenders.
Well, Bob speaks very highly of your addition to the group, and he tells us that you guys are working more and more material in, and it's really nice to hear the range and the spectrum of material that you're bringing into the group. It's a powerful asset to the group.
Yes.
Forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Yep.
Was that a buzzsaw? Was that a chainsaw in the background? You're not sawing anything.
Right. Told me that.
Oh, no wonder you sound a little breathless. I just had to run outside.
Ah. Okay.
I thought you were doing the dishes or something.
Yep.
Barefoot and.
Well, I appreciate the call. Thank you for calling in, Amy. It's very cool to hear from you, and we're so much looking forward to October 17th.
We'll see you on the asphalt at McAvoy's.
Cool.
Definitely. Amy, you take care. We'll talk again real soon.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Cool. Amy Stroh,
Yes. Amy Stroh.
the loser villainess.
Name the beer after her.
Mm-hmm.
Amy?
Stroh's.
Oh,
Yeah, I was just.
What am I, new?
I don't know if
Amy beer.
Luther Villainess. I don't know if they would fit on a beer can.
yeah.
If you wound it around.
Yeah, you
Right.
have to go at an angle.
Or if you got one of those Foster's oil cans.
Yeah.
Ah, that would work.
I'm always thinking about beer. So.
Is there? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so somebody in the band Bruce?
No,
No,
nobody.
that's
in
the other. That's Hoppin.
It's my friend John Jester. Yeah.
John.
So.
So he's a brewer
Mhm.
And a jester.
Yes.
and either a hop or a barley, but we're not sure which.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shall find out.
Let's do some weird news.
Let's.
Judges ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Okay. Our lead story. The Federal Aviation Administration recently granted, likely for the first time ever, an application to fly a paper airplane. Prominent drone advocate Peter Sachs had applied to conduct commercial aerial photography with his aircraft, a Taylor Toys model with a tiny propeller at a maximum range of 180 feet, And the agency, concerned with air traffic safety, accommodated by treating the request, unironically, under the rules for manned flights that, among other restrictions, SACs must not exceed 100 miles per hour and must engage a licensed pilot, airplane pilot, to fly it. For SACs is currently licensed only for helicopters. With this grant, said the victorious SACs, the FAA has abandoned all logic and sensibility.
Okay.
It's a weird news piece. It's not.
It's odd.
You know, with this day and age, it's maybe not as weird as it would have been 10
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
So-
Well,
Not surprising.
right.
In this age of drones and paperwork,
Bureaucracy. in
electronic
There's a drone right
paperwork.
outside the window.
action. Is
Yeah.
there?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
It's over there.
I'm see. All right. It seems like the season of email muddles. You have two stories on this. All Sherry Smith wanted was copies of background emails about her son, who has a disability, in the files of the Goodrich, Michigan school system. But the superintendent informed her in June that the Freedom of Information request would cost her $77,780 for 4,500 hours of searching, taking 2 years to complete. Michigan's Freedom of Information law was somewhat liberalized on July 1st, and Smith said she may even refile.
Okay.
Freedom
Well,
of
that's not
Information-
weird. That's absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have odd and absurd
$77,000
for Freedom of Information
was
request.
it that many volumes of documentation?
And that's the thing. It's not how much they turn up; it's how much time they put into the search.
Oh, well, they
Because you
might
got to hire
search
somebody to
forever.
read everything.
Yeah.
You think they'd hire them to read it once and they'd remember this stuff. Anyway, the second email muddle. After a McKinney, Texas police officer was filmed pointing his gun at unarmed black teenagers at a pool party in June, the online Gawker Media filed a Public Information Act request for the officer's records and any emails about his conduct. The city estimated that requests cost $79,229, hiring a programmer for 2,231 hours searching plus computer time. Gawker said it would appeal.
Is this the same city?
No.
No, that's
Oddly
just
enough.
something in the $70,000 range.
Yeah,
It's
those
just
two amounts are very
standard.
close.
Yeah. Well, that's about what it costs. You try to get a Freedom of Information Act
Mhm.
on UFOs. Freedom of Information request.
Well, I thought that you wouldn't need to because you have an encyclopedic knowledge about
I do. So I don't need to file. Anyway, moving on. The power of prayer. The streets of Jackson, Mississippi apparently have potholes that rival the worst in the country, but without adequate budget to fix them, according to Mayor Tony Yarber. His remedy, offered earnestly to constituents in August: prayer. I believe we can pray potholes away. Yarber,
Okay.
elected in 2014, was the pastor of the Relevant Empowerment Church, which is closely affiliated with Our Lady of Perpetual Motion.
Our Lady of the Inadvertent Flatulence.
Yes. All right, here. All right, this might redeem, and it might not. Names in the news. Charged with choking and punching his fiancee, Mr. Daniel Gentleman, 28, of Prescott, Arizona, in May. Charged with killing her husband and burying his body in a manure pile on their farm, Ms. Charlene Mess,
MESS?
yes,
Uh-huh.
48, of Attica, New York, in April. Charged with sexual assault, Mr. Huckleberry Finn, Keene, New Hampshire, in July. And prominent in the news, confusingly so, when the Food and Drug Administration approved the so-called female Viagra drug Atiyi in August, FDA spokesperson Dr. Janet Woodcock.
Oh my God.
You can't make this stuff up.
Well, it's like that book called Under the Bleachers by Seymour Heine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, here we go.
Oh, well, you do know that Darth Vader recently married, didn't you?
No.
No,
Yeah, he married a really nice woman named Alla.
Allah?
Yeah.
Elevator.
Elevator?
elevator.
Love in an elevator.
We'll be right back.
Central Maryland.
Yeah. Their marriage has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
They've got their finger on the musical pulse and are available online.
Like on The Simpsons when Bart Prank calls the bar and
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hey, I'm looking for Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Right.
How come I can't find Amanda Hug and Kiss? Maybe your standards are too high. Oh, that's funny.
I think I do that to every girl I meet named Amanda,
Oh,
and
no.
there's a bunch of them.
And we're back.
Okay, and Amy's mentioned from the chat room that we missed one of her jokes.
What was it? What did we miss?
Okay, whenever Steptoe said to her, I thought you were doing the dishes, she said, no, that's why I have kids.
Oh, I
It
got
went
that.
right over everybody's head. Nobody caught it.
Oops.
Sorry, Amy. Sorry, kids.
It
It's all
happens.
good. It's all good.
You can listen to this show and indeed all of our real-time music network archives on our website, rt-music.net, or subscribe to our podcasts on iTunes or directly through your RSS feed on our website, whatever the heck that is. You can call into our show 443-216-9975. Please like us on Facebook at rtmusic.net or follow us on Twitter at rtmusicnet. Or you can check out on our YouTube's channel after the conclusion of this episode, the Fly on the Wall video of
This great new
our show.
feature.
And you'll also get to hear all the stuff that we were talking about when the microphones were off earlier.
Ouch.
Uh-oh.
Ouch.
Hey, I want to say hi to my friend Michael Crane who's listening.
I'm sorry, we don't have time to do
Okay,
that.
I won't say hi to him then.
We can't say hi to Michael Crane, who's listening
Oh,
this
shucks.
week. I tell you what, we'll probably have time next week.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So for Michael, if you're listening now, tune in next week and we'll say hi to you.
Okay.
Right. Sounds
Definitely,
good.
Mike.
So, which way are you strung now? You're strung the way you're supposed to be now, right?
Yes, I am strung correctly left-handed.
You know, he started out the way I play,
Right.
which is
And
wrong.
found it too odd.
No. Well, I'll let him answer.
Yes.
I started playing bass in about 1985. I was 14, 15 years old. And I took a right-handed bass and I just flipped it upside down like Lee did in the beginning. And I rolled with that for 20 years. It worked okay with what I was doing. And then I got to a point where I was looking at YouTube and seeing people like Les Claypool and Victor Wooten and other amazing bass players. I could go on and on. And the whole slap and pop thing, you can't do it correctly if your strings are upside down.
You sure can.
No. And so I said to him, I had a big old midlife crisis about the whole thing when I was about 35 years old. And I sold all my right-handed stuff and I bought some left-handed stuff. And
And never turned it around.
never turned it around. So
What's the reason you can't do the slap and pop
It's-
if it's strung that way? No.
it's the positioning of the low string and the high string.
Okay.
When you have it correctly, the low E is up top, or in my case, the B, because I'm 5-string and making it even more difficult.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and then so you hammer on with your thumb, and then you pull away with your finger, which is in a position 2 strings above that, to get an octave, or whatever note you may be doing. So boom, bap, boom, bap. It's right there for you. And if you do that with the upside down bass, you've got to invent ways to do it because
You got to pop it with your thumb.
right, the low string
Oh, I
is
see,
down here
I
with your
see.
fingers.
Right. Uh-huh.
So I learned how to do that, and I mean it didn't apply to what I was doing at the time, which was I was playing Pink Floyd for a long time, And it, other than one of these days, you're hammering on that B.
Right.
But it was just my own thing, and I wanted
to expand your scope.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I was kind of stagnant.
Okay. Now this is a question, because you mentioned earlier about your YouTube videos, the YouTube things that you did, where I'm taking it that it was an instructional thing. Somewhat. Or demonstration.
Yeah, it was some of that stuff. Once I got the left-handed basses going, it was like I was like a kid in a candy store. I finally could do things right, and I was already 36 years old, so I wasn't a teenager learning. I was like, I got to kind of make up for lost time, and that was my line of thinking. And I learned how to play a few things, by Cliff Burton, one of my early bass heroes. And I figured out a little bit of Primus here and there, and just put some of that stuff up and put a million tags on the videos. Some of them took off.
Yeah. So. Yeah. And that's what I say, from an instructional standpoint, I could never. I mean, I studied music theory. I know a little bit about composition, more about music theory in general. But as far as mechanics of being able to teach, I could never take on any students because I played wrong.
Right. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
So being a left-handed person and putting a properly strung guitar video out, did you get people who are left-handed who may not be able to make that transition? You know what I mean? As far as giving lessons and
yes, there was some instructional stuff I did, not too much. It was more just I was putting my stuff out there,
right? Just digging on what you could do,
right? And there were several left-handed bass players who responded, "Oh, I'm glad to see this from a lefty." Yes, that kind of thing. And I've been one guy, a friend. I'll call him a friend. He says he's a fan, but he's a friend. Okay. He's a guy in Scotland. Yeah. A young guy named Ian, and he's been he saw me post something on one of the bass player Facebook pages. Right. And he's like, "You're Mr. 5-String Bob, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he thanked me for stuff that he was able to, I guess, pick up from what I did, and only because I was doing it left-handed.
Have you ever considered doing lessons or giving lessons?
I have considered it
specifically for left-handed people.
Not specifically for left-handed people, but that's a good idea. That may be because there's probably more of us out there than we realize. Yeah, and
because they don't frown on it as much as they did back in the Middle Ages,
right? And you can buy, like the Schecter company. It's very easy to get a left-handed bass from Schecter.
There's a guy with a left-handed Schecter at the Hamden Fest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, "What kind of bass is that, Henry?" He said, "Well, you don't see many of them because it's a Schecter, and that's like a metal guitarist."
Right.
And bass players didn't, but it was probably because it was left-handed that it was still in use.
I've owned 3 of them. One of them I sold, but I have my fretless 5-string, the one that you've seen before, the mahogany one. Right. I also have a newer one. It's the Riot 5 model. It was a little bit more expensive, but it's upgraded, 18 volt with the EMG pickups and the three band EQ. It's a monster. Love it. So.
Yeah, but you got to replace the batteries all the time.
I know, it's a pain in the ass. So, but I bring 2 basses to every show just for that. I've had a couple basses upgraded by Mike Forrester.
Is he the best?
Oh God, he's awesome.
Because I got that jazz bass that Jeff Walensky turned me on to, and the neck had a half a twist in it. I took it to Mike. I actually ran into him at the ice cream store, but that's a whole nother story. I said, "Can you look at my bass? I got a recording session in 2 days."
Right.
Like, yeah. Boom. Straighten it right out.
Gotcha.
Straighten out my crooked uncle.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Had a twist.
It had but it only had a twist on one side of the neck. The other side of the neck was straight.
Okay.
And how he ironed that out, I don't know.
He's very, very good at what he does.
Yeah.
He put what did he put? I have a Jazz. He put a Babix bridge on it and I got Nordstrand pickups. And he put copper shielding in the volume pots to cancel the 60 cycle hum.
That's what I need to get done.
and he on my Yamaha bass, I got even more work done. The same Babbitt's Bridge, Bartolini's, and a Bartolini 18-volt preamp. So that thing is a beast.
So you had that discussion before. You decided against the Badass Bridge.
Yeah. Just honestly, I knew that either one would be fine. The Babbitt's, it's like a big chrome grill. It
So you
sticks
got it
out
because
more.
it's sexier looking.
Right.
Okay.
That's the only reason.
Yeah.
So
I can dig it. I totally understand.
You got to grasp when you're a bass player.
what's the phone number for this show again, Lee?
443-216-9975.
All right, we'll see if we can get the person who sparked the cheeseburger comment.
What, are you calling in?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not calling it.
Oh, Meredith?
Yeah, let's see if she can get her to call in.
In the next 10 minutes?
Well, you never know. Maybe she's putting the twins to bed. Who knows?
That could be. That could be.
She might eat
That was
too
a
many
brave move for
cheeseburgers.
her to do that, you know?
I don't know.
To just, it's like a confession, a true confession.
Mhm.
She'd never made cheeseburgers before.
That's yeah.
And she has 2 kids.
Yeah, right. Probably a master at mac.
And this is probably her now.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Is this the cheeseburger lady? Awesome. We were just remarking as to how brave you must be to put it out there to the whole world that that's your first attempt at cheeseburgers. Well, I got to tell you, they were beautiful.
Yes, they looked very good, Meredith. How are you doing this evening?
Fantastic. We've been having the cheeseburger discussion on and off all evening. We had actually a fairly in-depth discussion about that.
It's personal taste.
It's personal taste, of course, but
Meltability has a lot to do with it.
Right,
I mean, I like gorgonzola.
right. That's the stinky stuff that tastes so damn good.
Exactly.
Right,
And Bob prefers either mozzarella or provolone.
right.
I go with Swiss, too.
Yeah,
Swiss is really good.
Swiss might be the best melter out of all the above.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It melts and binds.
Yep.
It's a nice, firm cheese.
It's like a nut.
Oh, my God. I just melted.
Bacon.
Bacon. So we were kind of hoping that you'd whip up a batch for us this evening, but maybe we'll do that another time. That's okay. We can do it next time. That's for sure. So life is good, huh? You sound terrific.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and it shows. Like I said, to come out there and to show your bushes on Facebook.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome. That's glad to hear.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think, I think a fuller bush is kind of coming more back into
It's like
vogue these days.
retro chic to do that. Love it.
Chic. Yeah.
It's like a watch kettle. It won't boil. You can't watch
Right.
the bush.
You can't
All of a
watch
sudden,
it.
one day you'll wake up and your bush will have exploded.
Where have we gone?
Oh, the pain.
No, but no, that's a lovely topiary you've got there. I have no
No,
No,
You're
you
not.
aren't.
You
And
aren't.
that's what we appreciate.
we do appreciate that, Meredith.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, Okay, no, there's also the issue of onions that we had a brief discussion about. Fried or do you do onions with your burger? Okay, I think that's pretty much universal. Some people put them inside the meat.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
that. I'd like the option.
I do as well.
I don't like being fed onions.
Mhm.
I remember when the
Meat, just meat should
Now,
be
do
in
you
the
use a
burger.
binding agent? Ah,
That's why your burgers fell apart. If that was your problem.
well, breadcrumbs, not so much. I was
they
thinking
don't
like an
bind.
egg.
Egg yolk.
Yeah,
yeah, that's. I remember when my mom would make the. She would knead the meat and everything in a bowl,
Yeah.
the old school way, and my
Yeah.
mom would make some awesome burgers like that.
yep.
So
And you cook this on a charcoal grill or a gas grill? I mean, a frying pan? A broiler. You could do that. I guess you can do that, right?
You
Sure.
could.
was it a
But you're the one who had the lack of success, so maybe the broiler had
No,
something
this
to do
time
with it.
was very successful.
maybe we can try George Foreman grill next time.
Yes, now we're talking.
That'll work.
Okay.
Awesome.
We'll have a summit.
Well, Meredith, you don't live too far from me, so next time you cook up some, give me a shout and I'll come on over. Oh, that was the story I told you. That's right. Never mind. Yeah, that was fun. You next time you come over, Meredith, when I discover baby rabbits in my backyard again, and you bring the girls over to see them, I will cook you up an awesome burger. How about that?
Or a bunny.
Bunnies and burgers.
Lee, I have 3 dogs.
Yes.
And I discovered that it was like the 3rd time since we lived there, a rabbit had babies in my backyard, which
Oh.
is not very smart.
Bunny burgers.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Rabbits
No.
aren't known for their intelligence.
And so I did what I could to protect them. I built this little hutch thing with chicken wire and
Oh,
some
cool.
stakes. Yeah, I didn't want to touch them, and I also didn't want the dogs to
You are quite the handy one.
a little bit here and there. So I put a picture on Facebook, and Meredith brought her kids over to see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bunny
So-
visitation.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I had to.
Right.
So he was cute.
Just like my
Mhm.
chicks this weekend.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Peep.
Well, Meredith, thank you for calling in. We so appreciate it, and we appreciate you. We love you, and you're just awesome. Keep on posting what you post, and
Yes.
and oh, no problem. We're happy to
Dragging you
provide a
across
public
the public
service.
holes.
We'll
Deal.
right on.
All right.
All right, Meredith. Okay.
Good night,
well,
Meredith.
Good night.
thank you for calling in. Okay.
Mhm.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Meredith Marks.
The
God,
voice.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She is a doll.
Yep.
She's a doll.
Aren't they going to be introducing every single band?
I think the Bay is very deeply entrenched
Yes.
in Stan Stock 2015 this year, and
Mhm.
I'm sure Meredith is the good sport that she is.
Mhm. Oh, yes.
Is going to be in there. I'm certain of it. I think the whole gang's going to turn out for this one.
I remember when I was a member of Several Species, she went through me to be the one to introduce us on stage a few years back
Yeah.
at Pier 6.
Yeah,
And as she left the stage, she'd give me a big old spank on the butt
yeah.
right in front of like 3,000 people. It was wonderful.
She got up. She and Brillhart got up and sang "Raised on the Radio" with us.
Oh,
at,
nice. At
at
Pier
the-
6?
at- no, not at Pier 6, at Ram's Head Live
Okay.
back in April.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And you know what else?
Hmm.
She was really good too.
Oh, okay.
She was really good.
I was
So she could cook.
now.
She can sing.
Mm-hmm.
She can do the hell out of traffic.
Oh yeah.
Has kids.
And as a truck driver, I completely appreciate that.
Oh yeah, for real, for
Yeah.
real.
She's, you know, things she said on the radio have gotten me, have allowed me to detour and, you know, get my work done.
Right on.
So,
Well, we're just about out of time, Bob.
Mhm.
Thank you again for coming in and sharing your world and your life with us and what's going on with the Luther Villians. I'm so sorry.
it's all good, Lee.
My Freudian slip is showing.
Villains.
Villains, yeah, the
Villains.
Luther
The
Villains.
Luther
I'm sorry.
Vandrossians, yeah.
So you can catch the scaled down duo on
Mhm.
Thursday night at the Still.
Yes, September 24th.
September 24th is Thursday, and be sure and catch the whole ensemble
Mm-hmm.
on October 17th at
Mhm.
Standstock 2015. McAvoy's in
Mhm.
Parkville. 2 days, Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, outdoor and indoor stage, 25 artists, over 100 musicians, dozens and dozens of loving and huggable volunteers,
Absolutely.
and for two very, very worthy causes. So
Yes,
we
it's-
appreciate your support. Thank you for supporting live music and for independent and original music. And we'll see you at Standstock.
Absolutely. I cannot wait.
It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you, brother.
Yep.
And Septo, as usual.
Happy autumnal equinox.
Oh, that's right. Is that now?
Midnight.
Whoa, midnight. Get me an egg, quick.
The 23rd. The 23rd.
We don't
Oh,
change. we don't
tomorrow.
change the clocks, do we?
No.
Okay.
Just
Good.
the celestial bodies.
All the planets
At
will be
the
lined up.
exact
Switch over
time,
to fall.
at the
Okay.
exact time of fall, you can stand an egg on its end.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, it works
You
for
go
about
ahead.
20
Go
seconds.
ahead
I've
with
done
your
it before.
bad self.
I'm for real, and it can be a raw egg,
Wow.
too. Yeah, it does work. It has something to do with like the rotation of the Earth. and
I know
where
that
it
when
is.
you go to the southern hemisphere and you flush a toilet, it
It's the
swirls
other
the
way.
other
It's
way.
the other way. You got that from your guy, from the band who was down there.
From
like,
Stu, yeah.
"Hey, you know what I noticed?" Anyhow, Jeff, thank you for what you do for pushing the right buttons as opposed to my pushing the wrong buttons. And once again, if you see a musician out and about in town, out town, around town, see him across the street, go on over across the street, give him a hug
And $1.
and or $1 if in Steptoe's case,
And or
$10.
or make it a Hamilton.
pay him for the pizza and get him off your porch, right?
That's the bass player.
Yeah.
All right, we will see you all next week. Thank you.
Cheeseburger.
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 Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Could you turn that down just a little bit? But I was told that I could listen to the radio at a reasonable volume from 9 to 11.
Yeah, no, I know you're allowed to. I was just thinking maybe like a personal favor.
I told Bill that if Sandra's going to listen to her headphones while she's calling, then I should be able to listen to the radio while I'm collating. So I don't see why I should have to turn down the radio. Because
Yeah, all right, okay.
I enjoy listening at a reasonable volume.
Thanks.
From 9 to 11.
I have no idea what you're doing.
I'm switching back over to the server.
Love that monitor.
Switched over.
Gotcha.
Did you play the Homer voice thing tonight?
I didn't. I didn't. Oh, the Spider Pig.
Yeah.
Spider Pig, Spider Pig does everything that a Spider Pig does.
I swing from a thread in the weekend.
He's a pig.
Where is it?
I could watch Family Guy and
I just
Simpsons
saw it.
nonstop.
Where's Spider Pig? Click back one.
Oh, there it is.
Whatever a Spider Pig does, can he run from a web?
No, he can't. He's a pig.
Look out, he is a Spider Pig.
I will not eat cat poop. Oh yeah.
I
That's some
think
good
we
shit,
got
Lee.
a fan in Amy for the show itself.
Really?
Yeah, I just told
Good.
she was saying thank you, and all that.
Oh, she's a doll, man.
Thanking all of us, and I said, "Well, you're welcome to come in here anytime on Tuesday."
Oh God, don't tell her that. I'm kidding.
You know, the guy Jimmy Harcourt who called in.
He's a trip, man. I
Yeah.
like Jimmy.
Yeah, have you known him for a little while?